Hey YouTube, welcome back. You're here with Gabriel from Renegade Blasters, and today we're going to be looking at the Feng MK18 gel ball blaster. It does have a sheet of instructions, although they're in Chinese. You do have some pictures illustrating how to put it all together, although you won't really need them because it's very straightforward, very easy to use. A little bit about the MK18. It's been advertised and marketed for a little while now from China, probably about a good month. A lot of people have been anticipating its release. It was shown in a video with a lot of attachments and accessories, and it really built up that hype about this blaster. A lot of people were very excited about it, and actually received a lot of emails and messages asking how much for the accessories and all the attachments, as people wanted to make it look just like the one in the video. So it does have a lot of it did get a lot of attention. People are very excited about it, and it's it's a blaster that's heading in the direction of a lot of new blasters these days. For example, nylon receiver and nylon handguard. It doesn't have an alloy barrel, as you can see, just plastic, but there's plenty of room for upgrades. It does feel nice and solid, kind of like a smooth satin kind of finish, but it feels, straight out of the box, it feels really light, surprisingly light, compared to other blasters. But it feels light but solid, so there's that. It does come with a cross hollow tip, which just basically squeeze that on there. The mag is identical to a JM mag, Jinming mag. You can use the one from the Scar. You can use the M4 mag. You can even get the metal ones, and that will fit right in. You'll have no issues with that. It does come with a mag protector, so that just slides on and off. It's a nice touch, although it does feel a little bit tacky. It doesn't feel, it feels pretty much like the standard M4A1 mag, maybe a little bit flimsier, but not really. So that slides in there nicely. Now the stock, it does feel a little bit light, a little bit tacky. I think it's really, this is a nice looking blaster. It's basic, but it's not bad looking. But the stock is where I feel they've really let this thing down. It's just look at that. It's just hollow. There's no weight to it. Very, very basic. I think if they would have went a little bit better with the stock, it would have been a much better unit. Would have added a little bit of weight. And just listen to that. It's just very light, very tacky. No rubber cap. No form on the back at all. It's just smooth. It's not really what you want out of a stock. You want it to be solid. You want it to be, at least a little bit weighted. But you can always change it. I guess it is compatible with some of the other ones. It just slides through the top. The handle, not quite as bad as the stock, but you can see some of the roughness of the mold. It's not bad feeling, but even these gaps around here, it seems like they just slapped it on, like it wasn't really meant for this blaster. So I think they could have done a little bit better with that. Trigger's got a nice resistance to it. It's not too bad, I guess. They do use the Gen 8 gearboxes in these, the upgraded Gen 8 gearboxes. It's not the Gen 9 gearbox, just the upgraded version of the Gen 8. Although I can't give you any information as to what they've done to it, as I don't have that those specific details. So we'll have a see and have a shoot of it and see what kind of performance we get out of it, especially compared to what we're used to seeing with the Gen 8s. Very much like the Gen 8, like the M4A1. that goes on there. I mean, if you look at, you know, just very, very cheap kind of stock there. I think they could have done a bit better, to be honest, but performance is where it kind of has a chance to make up for it. There's nothing much really else in this box. It comes as a very simple package. There is an Allen key, and that's for your grip, for your angled forward grip. Again, you know, it's not quite as refined as you'd hope or expect. And of course, your safety glasses. I should mention, this blaster does not come with batteries or charger from the supplier. It doesn't even come with gel balls. So there's no ammo and there's no battery from the supplier. However, we from Renegade Blasters will be including them with an 11 volt LiPo battery. These are awesome, high capacity, and we'll also be including it with a like a power adapter, so you can plug that right into the wall, and this will be able to charge all your 11 volt batteries. I mean, there's just no point going with a 7.4 when it could so easily handle an 11 volt and handle it very well. So that is basically what you get out of the box. There's you know, there is that handle, the forward angled grip, but there's nothing really else. It's a pretty standard setup, pretty straightforward, but I guess there is plenty of upgrade potential. I do like the handguard. Definitely feels solid. You can feel the denseness of the plastic of the nylon. I'm not sure how to remove it, although I think that's got something to do with it there. There you go. Yeah, so I think that might just unscrew, but we don't need to unscrew that now. So we'll just put it back on, and we will put some ammo in here and take it out to our range and see how we go with performance. Now, it doesn't have a mag primer. It doesn't even have, I mean, this switch is there. Safe works, which, you know, that's a good thing. But semi is a full auto, and auto is a full auto as well. So there's no primer, unfortunately. But I think they're getting better and better at these anyway. So I mean, they'll start shooting within a few short rounds. That opens up your little flap there, so you can see that in action. This doesn't do anything, just for looks, or you know, for any potential upgrades you might want to do, you can add a button to that. But yeah, the nylon receiver is awesome. It is definitely a step in the right direction, I think. Also the nylon handguard, very nice touch. Mag, it's neither here nor there, because you can always upgrade that. The handle, I mean, it feels nice, but got some rough edges. The stock, they really could have done better with that, I think. But we'll see how it performs. We'll see what kind of distance, rate of fire, and accuracy we get out of it, and that'll give you a better idea of what this bad boy is all about. Alright, so we are here at our makeshift range with our target in the distance. We're at 15.5 meters as measured with the measuring wheel, and we'll be testing out the Feng MK18 gel blaster. Took a few to kind of lube up the barrel a bit, but seems to be going pretty well. I mean, accuracy wise, that was fantastic. They were all on point, all within the black circle, 1 foot across. and that is among the very best in terms of accuracy that I've seen. I've seen blasters with alloy barrels do much worse than that. So considering that it was on point, 99% of the time, that is pretty good. So we'll try that again. I'll do just full auto, go through the whole clip, and we'll see how we go with that. So there you go. I mean, that does do really well. Distance wise, it makes it maybe with I don't know, 20 centimeter drop. I mean, there is a little bit of drop just towards the end there, but not really enough to complain about. I've spoken to some other people that have tried these long distance, and they said they were getting 25 meters with ease. So we'll load this up one more time to show what kind of power it puts out. Put it through our chrono, and just shoot this just to give you a kind of an effect to show what kind of power it's got. I mean, you can hear that, the spring and the motor just banging away, and it seems effortless. It does it very, very easily. It does feel and sound like it's struggling a lot less than the M4A1, for example. It just seems more refined. I don't know if that's down to the nylon case or what it is that's that's aiding it and allowing it to just feel so much more efficient. It does do it really, really well though. So as you can see, I mean, it just shoots really, really well. It doesn't take more than 4 or 5 rounds just to get the gel balls in the system. It doesn't have a primer, like I said, but it does feed pretty quickly. As you can see, it tends to run through these clips really, really quick. So you might want to consider a drum mag or having a couple of clips ready, because with 11 volt, I mean, it just flies through the gel balls. So we'll run it through our chrono, see what kind of FPS we get out of it. Moment of truth. 197. It's not quite what I was expecting. 202. Really looking at getting it closer to what the M4A1 and the Scars are at. I mean, it runs the same gearbox, right? So it should be getting 250. I'll try without the tip just to get a better. So right around 200, I mean 200, 205, 206, 195, right around 200 is what I've been getting consistently. I did speak to somebody yesterday that tested one, and they were getting 220. I know the ammo I've been using has been a little bit all over the place. I'm using a couple of colors now. I'm using blue and orange. I'm not sure if they're not on point. I am working on a fresh batch, but it's not ready yet. So you could put it down to the ammo. I'm not sure. I know the white ones aren't too good lately. So there's 206 again. Can we at least get 220? No. There we go. 219. So it can get up there. 204 again. I would say, it most likely is the ammo. It is the one variable in this situation. The battery is freshly charged. This is brand new right out of the box. And I have tried this ammo on some other blasters, and it wasn't, as good as it has been or as good as it should be either. So, you could very well say that the ammo would be responsible for that. But you could, 220 feet per second, 200, 220. It's still not, it's not the best, but it's not bad. But like I said, accuracy and the way this thing shoots, the way that it just handles itself, very, very impressed in terms of performance. Overall, if you want a basic blaster, you want something that, has a lot of upgrade potential, something that's a little bit different, a little bit cool. It's going in the right direction with the nylon casing, with the nylon receiver and nylon handguard. Plenty of room for potential, with your tip, with your front rails. Just a stock. Biggest letdown, I think. It might not bother some of you. You might not be fazed by it at all. Personally, I think it lets this thing down, but overall, it is not a bad blaster, even out of the box. And with an 11-volt battery, this thing will just perform and perform and perform. So I will leave you with that. I'll let you guys make up your mind as to what you think. Leave your comments down below. I'm curious to see what you guys reckon. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. And jump on our Facebook page, Renegade Blasters, for all our latest updates. You can also jump on our website, renegadeblasters.com.au, for all our stock and for purchases. Thank you for watching, guys. I'm Gabriel from Renegade Blasters, signing out.